Quite the majestic view up here, isn't it? So made it to Galicia, final province in Spain. Cool.
Many thanks.
Sure thing.
There we go.
So just reading this Pilgrim's prayer. Although I may have travelled all the roads, crossed mountains and valleys from east to west, if I have not discovered the freedom to be myself, I have arrived nowhere. Although I may have shared all of my possessions with people of other languages and cultures, made friends with pilgrims of 1,000 paths, or shared albergue with saints and princes, if I am not capable of forgiving my neighbour tomorrow, I have arrived nowhere. Although I may have carried my pack from beginning to end and waited for every pilgrim in need of encouragement, or given my bed to one who arrived later than I, given my bottle of water in exchange for nothing, if upon returning to my home and work I am not able to create brotherhood or to make happiness, peace and unity, I have arrived nowhere. Although I may have had food and water each day and enjoyed a roof and shower every night, or may have had my injuries well attended, if I have not discovered in all that the love of God, I have arrived nowhere. Although I may have seen all of the monuments and contemplated the best sunsets, although I may have learned a greeting in every language or tasted the clean water from every fountain, if I have not discovered who is the author of so much free beauty and so much peace, I have arrived nowhere. If from today I do not continue walking on your path, searching and living according to what I have learned, and from today I do not see in every person, friend or foe, a companion on the Camino, if from today I cannot recognize God, the God of Jesus of Nazareth, as the one God of my life, I have arrived nowhere. So we're now into Galicia, and the first place we come to has got these really interesting buildings with thatched roofs. First thatched roof I've seen in Spain. I don't think it's particularly common here, but rather attractive little spot, even if we're in the cloud and can't see much. So today has been quite a wet day. It's rained on and off during the day. Got my raincoat on, feeling a little bit damp. So the Camino is not always sunshine and warmth. It can be quite wet. So looking forward to getting to my overnight accommodation. At the moment it feels like I can be back in Cumbria with both the scenery and the weather that we're having. That's a bit bedraggled.
The monastery in Samos is one of the most important and influential monasteries in the history of Spain. At its height, this monastic community controlled over 100 churches, 200 towns, and 300 other monasteries, as well as many farms, schools, foundries and pharmacies. Its wealth was so well known that it was plundered several times by pirates. In the 10th century it was adopted by the Benedictine rule, and in the 12th century joined the Cluniac monastery network. Visits by royalty were common, and the monastery has long maintained a hospital for Santiago pilgrims. Although devastating fires decimated the structures in 1536 and 1951, many treasures remain. The building's 18th century main facade with its integral bell towers is considered a masterpiece of Baroque design. In order to receive a Compostela, a certificate to show that you have completed pilgrimage, you need to walk at least 100 kilometers to Santiago. This makes Sarria, which is 117 kilometers from the end of the Camino Frances route, a very popular starting off point, and makes this section of the Camino the busiest by far. It's particularly popular with parties of school children, where completing this part of the Camino seems to be a rite of passage. In the 1960s, the town of Porto Marin was moved further up the hillside in order to make way for a reservoir project where the river was dammed and the old village flooded. This included moving the ancient church brick by brick to its new location. So in Galicia, throughout the countryside, you see these structures, and it's used by the farmers to dry their wheat. So you don't see these elsewhere along the Camino route, just here in Galicia. So I've just stepped off the Camino route, just a short distance, few meters away, and there is this ancient fort or settlement. My understanding is that it is Celtic in origin. It's over 2,000 years old, and the Celts used to occupy this part of northwest Spain. In fact, this area of northwest Spain has quite a lot in common with Brittany and also with parts of the British Isles as well, because of that Celtic connection. So I thought I'd just have a little look in it. No one else is here. Everyone else seems to have just stuck to the main path. So I've got the place to myself for the moment. Just gonna have a little walk in. Fantastic little spot. And some other people over there. Pretty impressive. Just pan round. See people on the main path over there, so it's very close. And the clouds hanging low in the river valley. Galicia, which is the part of Spain I'm in at the moment, is very green and very beautiful.
beer grows on trees in Spain.
So I'm walking through Eucalyptus forests that are just outside Santiago, about 15 kilometers from the end of the Camino at Santiago, but just wanted to show you these beautiful eucalyptus forests that we've been walking through most of the day. Really lovely. Beautiful. So this is it. This is technically it's day 32 of walking, and it's only a short walk today. It's 10 kilometers into Santiago, so we've been walking about 40 minutes, so we've probably only got about 4-5 kilometers left to go. So yeah, significant day, short walk, very bittersweet day. For many people, Santiago marks the end of their Camino, so I'll be saying goodbye to quite a few people over the next day or two, which is really sad, especially as many of them I'll never see again, although a few I hope to keep in touch with. So yeah, heading into Santiago, and then I'm going to carry on to Muxia and then to Finisterre. So I've still got over 100 kilometers or so to go, which I'm looking forward to, but I think it'll be a very different experience. So yeah, just heading now into the suburbs of Santiago. Billy walking ahead of me. Billy and I have been walking together over 3 weeks now, and joined by Maria, who's from Germany, who has joined the Camino from the northern route. So she's been walking the Camino north, and that joins this route, the Camino Frances, about a day or two ago. So she's sort of getting used to the busyness of this route compared to the north. So yeah, not much to look at the moment, just suburbs, but now entering into Santiago. And here we are. We've arrived. Santiago. Over 800 kilometers, 32 days of walking, and we've made it. Oops. So, Santiago. It's okay, I'm filming, I'm not taking photos.
Everybody coming in seems to be going down this way.
You know, he has Russian ancestors, so yeah, maybe. Siberia and somewhere.
So I've just been told that this door, this entrance here on the south side of the cathedral isn't normally open, but it's open because this is considered a holy year by the Catholic Church. And apparently if you walk through that entrance into the cathedral, your sins are forgiven. So I've walked through there at least once or twice, so I should all be good. I'm not entirely sure that's particularly scriptural, but there you go.